I got to get rid of this. Is my IM1 class, IM2 class. This is my handwriting when it used to be really nice. Do you believe me?
No.
No, yeah, I know. That's actually a previous student that took notes for the class one day, and made me shamed me into my handwriting. All right, so we are going to title this number 5, probably. All right, here we go. Number 5. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, hang on. Okay, so we're going to do everything that we've learned so far. And by we, I mean you. And number 5, all review. All right, so we need to get some data. And then, Braden, I was thinking about that project you were having the idea. And I think we're going to come up with a project where you have to get a lot of data, like real data, and then just do all the explanations of what the data means. So, like, for example, when AP Stats does their data, they go and they ask people, how many songs can you name in a minute? Or how many push-ups can you do in a minute? And they get a lot of people to do it, and then they gather the data, all right? So let's do some data here. Ready? How many Beatles songs do you know? All right, Braden, go name them.
The sun, do. I don't know.
Okay, so when they came to me, it was last year. This is how many I was able to name.
Let It Be in Yellow Submarine.
Exactly. I couldn't think. My brain got frozen. I couldn't.
I'm reading the Beach Boys and the Beatles mixed up.
Yeah. All right. So let's just make up our data. So I got frozen. I couldn't think of any. All right. Ethan, how many Beatles songs can you pretend to have named in a minute? Or everybody? 3. Okay. Brady, how many can you name? 11. Aiden, how many can you name? Aiden? Well, he's here.
I don't know any.
You don't know any. All right. You're like me. Okay. All right. Eli, how many can you name? All right, Eli. He's probably tweeting right now. All right. All right, Eli, he probably knows a lot of Beatles songs. Okay. And Abby's typically here, but she probably could have done 8 of them. Haley, how many Beatles songs can you pretend to know?
23.
23. There we go. And then Olivia, how many Beatles songs do you might know? Maybe, possibly.
About like 3.
3. Okay. And then Sarah, how many Beatles songs?
2.
2. Okay. And then Taylor, come on, man, bring it home. How many Beatles songs can you pretend to know? 12. That was Taylor. You guys believe that? No, that was me. All right, Taylor. And then Tyler, I think you give me another number, Tyler, so we get some data. 7. Okay. All right. So with this data that we totally made up, we're going to do a boxing whisker, a dot plot, and histogram. Okay. So any ideas? So what should we do with this data first?
Find the middle.
Find the middle. And is it easy to find the middle when they're out of order?
No.
No. So it's better to put them in order, right? Now, because if you find the middle and they're not in order, well, it'll be the middle number, but it's not. They need to be in order, okay? All right, so, 0, done. Another 0, done. 3, done.
2, sorry, it's 2.
Oh, is it 2? Oh, you're right. No, I'm sorry. 2. Done. 3. Done. Another one. 3.
3.
Done. What's
7.
that? 7. Done.
8.
8.
11.
11.
12.
12.
15.
18.
And then 23.
23. Okay. Now, N means how many numbers are there? So how many numbers are there?
12?
11.
11?
11?
Pretty sure.
3. Yeah, 11.
11. So N equals 11 means how many numbers are. Now, since it's odd numbers are really cool because you can find a middle number, which means that if you get 10 divided by 2, you're going to get 5. That means the sixth number is the median. Did that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, so you gotta, if it's odd, go down 1, cut it by 2, and then the fifth number is where the ends in the sixth number. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right here is the median. And then here is our minimum. Oops, the arrow should go. I guess it doesn't really matter, right? Here's our max. Now, when you cut the data in half and you do have an actual median, that means the median doesn't get included in your first half. They're like the cheerleaders. They're in the halftime, right? In basketball, the cheerleaders don't play basketball, but they do have a halftime show. So here is the basketball game right here. Here's the first half, and there's the second half, okay? So where is Q1? So the end of the quarter would be the middle of the first half. So that would be Q1 right there. The end of quarter 1 happened at 2. And then quarter 2 is halftime. Where's quarter 3?
12.
12, quarter 3. Good. All right. So we're able to do a box and whisker with this data. And I said it a lot of times. I'll keep saying it. Your box and whisker doesn't go from 0 to 23. It goes from all the possible answers that could happen. Okay. So this case, 0 would be our starting number. And 23 is our max, but maybe somebody could have come up with 30. Like, I don't really know how many songs the Beatles came up with, but that technically could be your limit. But in a minute, that would probably be long. So let's go to, should we do odds again or evens? Or should we do every single number? Or does it really matter? Okay, let's go. What do you want to do, Braden? Do you want to do evens or odds or every single number?
So we're going to 30, right?
Yeah.
It'd be easiest to do evens then.
Okay.
Because then it ends on 30.
There you go. Okay. So here's our number line. And we're just being a little bit lazy about it. But it's not really lazy. It's more, it's more of a, since it's just a visual, all we need is an approximate idea of the numbers. 22, 24, 26, 28, 30. Okay. So I like to do the whisker first. So it's from 0 to 23. I like to connect my 2 to that. Now the range means how far apart is the data. Now it's not 30 because there's not data everywhere. So the data is from 0 to 23, from min to max, right? Or you could do max minus min, or you can just know that they're 23 apart. So the range is max minus min. So 23 minus 0, it's 23. Now, of course, you don't really need to do a formula for this, but if the numbers were weird, then you'd want to subtract. All right, next we're going to do our box our box starts at what number?
2.
2. It starts at 2, which is Q1, and it ends where?
12.
12. So this is 50% of the data is right here. 50% of the basketball game was right here. So this kind of tells you the center of our data. That's the center. Well, not the arrows, but the whole box is the center, right? And the median is what number is the median? 7. Okay. All right. Now we've kind of cut our 50% into 25%, 25%. So if you were to look at the data, you could say, well, half of the data, the center of the data is between 2 and 12. Okay. Now, what is the interquartile range, which is how far are the two middle quarters? How far are the two middle quarters? These two, how far are they? Like how long did this basketball game last from the second quarter to the third quarter? So how far is 2 from 12?
10.
10. So you can just put Q3 minus Q1, and that equals 10. So you're saying, well, the center data is a spread of 10. They're spread out around 10 numbers apart. Okay. And this is a long spread right here, but it's still 25% of the data. Just like a basketball game, the fourth quarter is really long. The first quarter is really short because nobody's fouling that much, and there's not a lot of time. There's almost no timeouts, maybe one. All right. Okay, so we're done with our box and whisker, and this is 25% in here. About, right? I mean, none of this is like perfect science, but it's about 25%. And those little tiny pieces also 25%. Got really messy in there. All right, and this is the median, this little line right here. So there is an equal number of data from the median to the right and from the median to the left. All right, next, we need to add up all these to find the average. And I'm going to say average, but I'm going to be lazy and write the symbol for average. So the symbol for average, and check this out. Do you know what this symbol means? This is a Greek letter. Yeah, it means add them up. And it's actually like a Greek letter. Greek. I think it's called summa, which means S. And if you ever join a fraternity or a sorority, you could be the summa. Okay. And that symbol means add them up and then divide by n. All right, so somebody add up all those numbers, and we're going to divide by 11. So let's see. Any volunteers?
It's 84.
How much?
84.
84.
I think. Let me do it again because I'm always wrong. So.
It's okay.
0 plus 0 plus 2 plus 3 plus 3 plus 7 plus 8 plus 11 plus 12 plus 15 plus 23.
84.
Yeah,
Okay.
84.
And so the average is probably going to be less than 8. So it's going to be 7 point something. So divide 84 by 11. I'm going to guess it's going to be less than 8 because if it was 88, it'd be 8. But it's just
7.6.
7.6 is the average. So this is the flag of the football game. Whoops, that's the hypo flag. So if we're playing tug of war, here's the median. All right. Now the average, the median was 7, and the average is over here. So the flag is over here, and it's 7.6. So is this data right skewed or left skewed?
Right.
Right skewed. Slightly, right?
Yeah.
Slight right skewed. Which means if I told you the average, then you would know, you would need to know the median in order for you to know if it's right skewed or left skewed. Do you guys agree with that? So let me explain one thing by looking up the average price of homes in our neighborhood. Median price of homes in 95678. Okay. All right. Press all. What is our median price? Let's see. Here we go. So notice how I said median price. Why did I look up median price and not average price?
Because there's so many houses, it's like basically the average.
Yeah. Well, think about the idea that what if there were some really, really expensive houses? Wouldn't they pull the average higher?
Yeah.
So
Yes.
if there were some really, really expensive, let's say that I had a really expensive house and I lived here, the average would look higher than it actually is. So for houses, they use the word median because that's the middle number, which means half of the data is below this price and half of them are above this price. So average is sometimes not a good measure. Okay. What if I told you that I'm going to start a moving company, okay? And I'm going to tell you that we have 4 movers, like this, me and 3 other. Well, no, I have 4 employees, and their average age is 25 years old. What would you think that's a good moving company if my average age was 25? Who would you expect to show up to move your furniture?
Younger people.
Younger people? Like how old do you think they are? About
20, 25.
Okay. Well, as a matter of fact, it's my my great grandpa and 3 of his grandchildren. So that's who's going to show up to move your house. What's 100 divided by 4?
25.
25.
So would that be a really good moving company?
No.
No. What if I said, and you're like, wait a minute, you got to tell me your median. So what's the middle number of my data?
50.
0.
It's right where? Right there. So my median is actually what? 0.
But also, you would still get the right answer, but you wrote 25 instead of 100.
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
But
So,
you still get 0.
Yeah. But in my moving company, right? The median would be what?
0.
So is this data right skewed or left skewed? If the median is 0 and the average is way over here at 25, look how much you got pulled.
Right skewed.
A lot or a little?
A lot.
A lot.
A lot.
A lot. What? A lot. What? Right skewed, right? Which means you're really lying about your average by what? Right?
Well, you're not lying about your average.
Yeah, you're not lying. Yeah, you're not lying. You're not being very clear, right? So is average a good measure? Is median a good measure, or are they both together a good measure?
Both together.
Both together. Okay. Now, what if I told you that my competition of my moving company, their average is 25 and their median is 18?
That means someone got really something really expensive.
Let's see. Well, it's between the moving companies, right? Is this right skewed or? Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on. Hey, hold on. Let me it's also going to be right skewed. Let me make it left skewed. 30. The median is 30. So draw a number line and find the middle number, and then put 30 right there. Now, once you got the middle, because it's tug of war, then you can write your average, which is right where. So this is pull which way?
To the right.
There we go. Left skewed, right? So, so who's a better company? These guys or me, which is All right. So let's try to come up with four numbers that add up to 100, but the middle number is 30. Let's see. Four numbers that add up to 100. All right. But the middle number is 30. Now, does there have to be a 30-year-old? Or could you have a 20 and a 40? And where's the middle?
30.
Right there. All right. So we got 60. So we need two more numbers to get to 100. What do we need? So we need 60 more.
You could do like another 40 and a 10.
A 40, a 40.
Wait, no.
Yeah, 40 and a 10.
No. A 50 and 10.
A 50 and yeah, there we go. 50 and a 10.
Do the four numbers have to equal 100?
Yes. And by the way,
that doesn't work.
It doesn't work?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That doesn't work. Okay.
Because 20 plus 40 equals 60.
I'm sorry. I meant what?
So
I need 40 more.
The first number could be another 20.
Another 20. And then
no.
How about
you need 40 more. Oh, 10 and 30.
10 and 30? Okay. But that's going to change our median, right?
I think it might be impossible.
Or how about this? How about we change this to two 30s, right?
Yeah.
I got two twins. That's still 60, right?
60.
And then I could do another.
And then 20.
20?
No. 10 and a 30.
10 and a 30. There you go. And that works, right? So who's a better moving company? These three adults with their one of their sons, because he's not in school, so he's going to go help, or this great grandpa with three of his great grandchildren.
Like
his three newborn children.
The three. They're just going to make a mess on your clothes. So you get the idea. The best way to find the center, the measure of center. The best way is to find the average and what? And the median. Okay. Now, the closer these two numbers are to each other, the more symmetrical the data is, which means if I give you guys your scores of your final, and I told you that the average was 75% or whatever, but the median was 60. Is this right skewed or left skewed?
Wait, so if the median is here and the average it's right skewed.
Yeah, so
the average is
there we go. And then 75 would be right here. And this is the average is going to. So what does this mean? If half of the class got 60 and below, and half of the class got 60 and above, and the average is here, what does this mean if it's right skewed? It means that there are some people that are really they're really far from the middle. And these guys were closer to the center.
No.
Does that make sense? No. It means there was more people farther from 60 on the right side than there were on the left side. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So right skewed and left skewed. So on home prices, they only typically give you the middle number. Okay. Because if there was a few houses that were really, really expensive, it would pull the average and you wouldn't really know that. Okay. All right. So that was a long explanation, but necessary. All right. We're going to get our data and then we're going to do a dot plot, even though it's a little messy here. I'm going to clean up some of this. I don't know if that works. It does work. Okay. So let's do a dot plot. Now, I don't think dot plots would be really good for this data because there's not a lot of them. Okay. And also there is not a lot on top of each other. So let me click on my pen. All right. So here's my take two. All right. All right. So we're going to do the same 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24. I'm going to stop at 24. Okay. And then I'm going to do the little, did you guys like the dots or the X's? I forgot what you guys liked.
I like the dots.
The dots, okay.
But I guess it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter. I like, actually in Khan Academy, they were dots, right?
Yeah.
Okay, 2. Now, which is easier to follow, the unordered or the ordered?
Ordered.
Ordered, okay. All right. So this representation is also the same as this representation, except one of them is better than the other for different kinds of reasons. So with a dot plot, can you tell precisely what the middle number is just by looking at the data, or can you have to guess a little bit?
You have to just do some counting.
Yeah. So it's not clear, right? On the top one, can you tell how many numbers there are without looking at the numbers? Like exactly how many people are in the data?
Yeah.
On the boxing whisker? No. You can tell the percentage, but you can't tell how many people are in here, right?
Yeah.
On the bottom, can you tell how many people there are?
Yes.
Pretty much, right? So each one is good for different things. Okay.
So we kind of need both of them.
You need both, right? So you need both. And this one, can you tell which one can you tell more clearly that it's right skewed?
Box and whisker. You can see the median.
You can see the median, and you can see how far this one is from the median, right? Does that make sense, everybody?
Yes.
So the further the side is from the median, that's the skewing. Okay. All right. So dot plot is good. You can see how many numbers there are and how many of each there are. Like for the top, you can't tell how many zeros are there. You know there's at least 1 0, but you don't know if there are 2 zeros or 3 zeros or 4 zeros or 5 zeros. You guys agree with that? Okay. So they're both good, and they both have strengths and weaknesses. Okay. All right. The last one that we covered yesterday was a histogram. Histogram. Okay, I always forget that. Okay, the histogram. We need bins. All right.
What will our Khan Academy be on today?
We're actually going to just have you guys do a short quiz, and it's not going to be a quiz category. It's just be like a Khan Academy quiz. It's on what's it called? This dot plot. Okay. All right. So
is it on Khan Academy or is it?
Yeah, it will be. Okay.
Okay.
But it's short. Yeah, it's just only one thing. All right, ready? Last one. We need the bin. So the range was what was the range? Is it 23?
Yeah.
Okay. So we need to divide up from 0 to 23 or even 0 to 24. Now, if
You
you
could just do in brackets of 5.
brackets of 5, so make it 0 to what? 25?
5.
All right. So we can do bins
Just
of
go
5.
like 0 to 5.
Yep.
5, and then to 10, and then 15, 20, 25, 30, 35.
There we go. So the point is, on bins, you could decide how wide to do them. What you don't want to do is bins of 1. And why wouldn't you want to do?
That's just a dot plot, really.
That would just be this, right? That's a boring. So bins are wider. So 25. So we'll go 25 divided by. So we're gonna go 5. So let's make a line, and we're gonna go 0 to 5 to 10 to 15 to 20 to 25. All right. How many are between 0 and 5, including 5?
5.
5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. All right. How many are greater than 5 and up to 10?
2.
2. Oh, by the way, you can also put the number on top like this. And how many are greater than 10 up to 15?
2.
2. What was this number here? I forgot.
That's 15.
That's 15. So we need to include that 15, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that would be 3, right? Okay.
Oh, it would be. Yeah, it would be 3.
Yeah, 3. Okay, so it'd be these 3 right here, basically. And then the last one is how many are between 15 and 20?
0.
0. So you have to leave a blank spot there. Okay. And then the last one is obviously only 1. Okay. All right. So what's good about this method versus the dot plot? Do you guys agree with that?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's easy to read a range, right? Oh, there's 5 between here and there's 2 between there. Okay. Can you tell if it's right skewed or left skewed by looking at it?
Not really.
Well,
I mean,
look at this. Look at it. Yeah.
Kind of.
Kind of.
I don't know.
Look at this side. Which side is furthest from the middle?
That side.
That's the right side, right?
The right side.
Yeah, the middle number's probably going to be somewhere. I'm going to guess it's going to be somewhere. Well, I already know it's 7, so I'm cheating a little bit, right? So this is where the middle is, right about there. Okay. Because there's 5 here and 6, and that means you're going to have about 6 on this side, and then 6 on the, give or take, right? So these guys are farthest from the middle. Now remember, the middle is not the middle of the numbers in the bottom; it's the middle of the graphs, okay, of the data. All right, and that is our review for stats. So far, it's pretty good. You guys are getting the hang of this. All right, let's look at the quiz, and I'll stay with you guys while you do it. Okay, let me open it up first, and then you guys will be able to see it. You won't see it yet because I haven't assigned it. Okay, so it's going to be pretty short, like I promised today. All right, let me look at this real quick. Make sure I'm in the right one. All right, frequency. Yep. What was the greatest number of cavities? Okay. So number of cavities, the greatest number of cavities was 0. See, that almost tricked me, right? So 13 people had no cavities, okay? So I'm going to just do one more of these, and then I'll let you guys finish the rest once I assign it. Oh, wrong.
Oh.
What was the greatest number of cavities that a patient
No, you need to say 0 cavities, not 13 patients. You switched it.
Oh. My brain flipped it, but I thought I typed 0. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, the greatest number of cavities is 4. So 2 people had.
Yeah, the patient. Oh.
So 2 people had 4 cavities. So if the wording is all.
Yeah. The greatest number of cavities a patient has is 4. Oh, I'm sorry.
No,
my bad.
It's okay. I actually want to make mistakes. Now let's not look at the question. Is this going to be right skewed or left skewed?
Right skewed.
Yeah, you could tell the middle's probably going to be somewhere in here, right? Okay. All right. So let me assign this, and you guys do it, and I'll wait for you to. And that's going to be it today. Let me click this, and I'm going to press assign. And oops, I clicked it for the wrong class. Hold on. That's what happens when you teach different classes.
I am too is gonna have to do stats.
Yeah, I know. They're going to be like, what is this? Okay, hold on. Please wait with technical difficulties here. All right, histograms.
I got something.
Oh, you did? Oh,
Data distributions. Quiz 1.
yeah. I guess it was state. Yes. So go ahead and try it out, guys. I'll wait.
It won't be the first one. For me, it's underneath interpreting quartiles because
Oh, they're mixed.
these ones are active as well.
Okay.
They haven't ended yet,
Got it.
but it's on there.
Okay. So, all right, everybody, try it out. Make sure that you understand. That's gonna be right.
Mine won't load.
Use the data. Create a boxing. Okay. Use the data to. Oh, boxing whisker. Okay. Cool. Yeah. Okay. Hey, thanks for the music. That's cool, man. Good idea. All right. Let me guess. That's Tyler?
No, it's not Tyler.
No?
It's
Who is it?
I think it's Ethan.
All right.
If everyone's talking, I can figure out who.
See, I'll mute myself.
It's Ethan.
See?
It's Ethan. Because his little thingy is like.
Oh, it
bouncing.
moves her. Ethan the rapper. All right. Okay. 18. 15. How many 16? Do you guys get the same questions as me, or are they different?
I think they're different. How
Okay.
many more questions?
Oh, dang it. If you do too many dots, you have to start over.
Oh, I did it, but everything's been in.
Oh, they got me.
Oh, they got you?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, you guys are better because I don't know why.
I got 100.
Yeah. I don't know what I got. Where does this give you a
You're
score?
2 out of 5.
Oh, serious? Dang. It tells you which ones you need to work on. Look at that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can you do it
I
again?
got 100.
Nice.
Yeah, you can try again.
Oh,
See the quiz again.
does it give you the same one?
It won't be the exact same, but I'll have some more problems.
Oh, that's good, right?
Because as it rotates
Right.
through
A series.
So, like, I just got the cabin problem.
Gotcha. Okay.
40%.
Sorry.
Yana.
Yikes.
Hey.
But you were supposed to be the teacher. I was the one who got 100.
Let's pretend.
Class right now, Mr. Kuhn is right.
Let's pretend I did it on purpose. This is
Teach
for
us a lesson.
teach you a lesson
Are you a
exactly.
fake teacher?
Yeah, I want to model. See, I don't want to show off. You know, I want to
Yeah.
I want to model what it's like to be humble. Okay. All right. So that's all we're gonna do for today. Next week,
Okay.
we're gonna start this thing called summarizing center of distribution, and we know what that is. A center is the median, the average. The mode is also a center. Okay, so pretty simple. So I'm gonna follow this whole link down. Look how many there are. Oh, but we already did this one. All right, guys, have a great day. Okay. All right, man. Peace. Have a great weekend, everybody. Bye.
So wait, before you leave, so
Yeah.
we're not meeting on the weekend.
No, we'll meet up.
You might want to also put that in the classroom just in case.
Of course, great idea.
Because every day feels like a weekend. So knowing me, I'm gonna hop in this tomorrow.
Yeah.
And go. Where's everybody?
Well, you know what? This is actually good that we meet because it gives you some like pattern, some rhythm, right? Otherwise, you're gonna be in your pajamas watching Netflix all day, right?
When are the assignments due?
Say again. Hi.
When are the assignments due?
So I put in so you can have all the way till Sunday. So I'll put them for Sunday. If you need a little more time, just let me know. Send me an email, and I'll extend it for you.
Do we have to do notes for every video that you make?
Well, that's how you're gonna get those points.
Okay.
Right. So right now the notes are the points, basically, right? And then one more thing. Have a great weekend. Don't stress out. Everything will be okay. We just gotta hang in there together. Okay. All right. Bye, Haley. Haley, what happened to your eyes? That's so.
What do you mean?
That was cool. I think I've seen that before. Yay.
An hour on this.
Very cool.
Thanks.
Right on. All right. Have a great weekend, everybody. I'm gonna post. I'm gonna post.
Haley, you have Jen as your profile pic. I love that.
Yeah, you should put that. Okay.
I'm gonna
All right.
change mine.
All right, Haley, take your time. All right, just do one at a time. Go in order, okay, so that you can.
Yeah, I'm just like I have like a lot of stuff to do right now.
Yeah, just do.
That's why I haven't been able to do it.
Yeah, just do one at a time.
I just got off my plane.
Yeah. Don't worry. Just do one more. Do number 1 or number 2. Just go in order though. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Thank you. And your mom's okay?
I haven't met her yet. I'm in London right now. I'm going on another flight tomorrow.
What?
I'm at a hotel alone.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, be safe. Okay. Let me know if anything I can do to help.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Thank you.
Is it evening over there? What time is it?
It's like 8:40. It's 8:43, like in the night.
You hear that, Brayden? Hada's in London right now.
Sadly, I couldn't even leave the airport.
Yeah.
I had to meet with like the airport staff because I'm not 18 yet.
Oh. Wow.
They have to have like some guy be in the room next to me to make sure that I don't die. Because if I die, then it's on them.
Oh, you sue them if you die.
Yeah. I'll pick up my grave and sue them.
Wow.
For sure.
Well, it's good to hear that you're safe, though. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Bye, Ada. Bye, Brayden.
Bye.
Bye, Evan. Bye.